Today on Titan Sports, we break down the win versus Long Beach, what worked and what to improve on for men's basketball. Softball and baseball are finally here, and we have a full scoop on their upcoming season, and special accolades have been given to the best of the best this week. All this and more on Titan Sports. Welcome to Titan Sports, the show that brings you the latest news, interviews, highlights, and breakdowns for anything and everything Titan athletics. Hello everybody, my name is Christian Vigil.
And I'm Chelsea Carroll, and we're excited to kick off the first episode of our 13th season. After 37 years as Cal State Fullerton's head athletic trainer, Julie Max has officially retired. She was offered the position just 1 month after graduating from the university back in 1979. Ever since then, she hasn't looked back and has worked with several legendary coaches and players of Cal State Fullerton.
Speaking of coaches, big news for Fullerton baseball head coach Rick Vanderhook has been named assistant coach for the 2017 Collegiate National Team. This summer, he will trade his orange and blue for red, white, and blue, as he is just one of 4 assistant coaches on Team USA.
It's an honor. Only so many guys get to do it every year, and the schedule works out pretty good this summer for us on what we do, and I don't have to be away too long. But it's an honor, and I've done some things for Team USA at a lower level, and this is just a step up to the collegiate team.
The women's tennis team beat UC Riverside on Saturday, extending their winning streak to 7 games, led by Alexis Valenzuela and Camille De Leon. The ladies are off to a 7-0 start, an all-time best start in program history. The Titans will look to keep streak alive in the games coming up.
Men's basketball broke their losing streak against their arch rivals Long Beach State. The 49ers came out strong and were in control in the first half, but after halftime, the Titans took over.
A huge weekend for Titan Athletics. Softball returns, and we get a doubleheader for basketball, including these 2 programs renewing their rivalry. Much like their last meeting back at the Pyramid on January the 26th, Long Beach took control early, exploding to a 7-0 start before Fullerton could even scratch. And then it was these shots that built a 12-point lead for the 49ers. Luckily for Fullerton, they remained in striking distance at the end of the half, down by 6. So, we go to the second. Not much has changed, at least on this possession. Great defense by Robertson, protecting the paint, but Long Beach gets it back and no one talks. Evan Payne gets an open 3 and balloons the lead back to 10. And then this happens. Coggins, may I have this dance? Answers with a 3. Jackson Rowe in the post. Bully basketball taking it to the rim. And we have a top play alert. This will definitely end up on the top plays of the season. Leslie to Rowe to Ahmad for takeoff. This energized not only the team, but the crowd in attendance. Excellent play in transition. Titans would eventually take the lead. Lionheart Leslie read the passing lanes well. Fullerton running with it. Coggins thought he was pulled, but Ahmad right place, right time on this play. Then, Swaggy P-esque from NBA range, able to hit the 3. And how can we forget about Coggins? The leading scorer in the Big West strikes again with a dagger 3. But Long Beach wasn't going away that easily. It's a rivalry game. What do you expect? Justin Bibbins, tough jumper to fall. And it's a 1-possession game. But remember last year when Ahmad had to knock those free throws to tie the game against his team at home? Well, this time he iced the game with a pair. The Titans split the season series against their arch rivals. It was a collective effort on the defensive end, but it was Coggins and Ahmad anchoring the offense.
But our guys are scrapping and hustling and fighting, and tonight I thought we played hard, but down the stretch I thought we played well enough to win, and we deserve that win tonight.
I think we shared the ball a lot, so it wasn't just guys like taking the tough shots, you know. Like I drive, kick it to him in the corner, and when he's wide open with feet set, it's going in most of the time. So
every away game we're in, and we just got to keep the same mentality and take control of the game, play at our pace, and trust each other.
When the Titans faced the 49ers at the Walter Pyramid earlier in the season, the Titans were as down as many as 14. Tonight, they were as down as many as 12, including 10 in the second half. But it was the tough plays that head coach Dedrick Taylor talked about, blocking shots, forcing turnovers, and making the timely baskets that allowed the Titans to get back in this game and take this W with a 74-69 victory over their rivals Long Beach State. Now, as for the Titans remaining forward, they do have 3 home games and 3 road games, including this Thursday when they travel at UC Riverside. Until then, reporting from Titan Gym, this is Christian Vigil with Titan Sports Recap. Now we're going to send it off to Miguel Moya, who's with our basketball analysts, to break down what they took away from the Titan victory.
Hi everyone, I'm Miguel Moya, and we want to welcome you to this week's Roundtable Discussion. Alongside me, we have Titan Sports TV beat reporter Nathan McHugh, Ross Madsen, and Jason Gerline. Now fellas, you guys were at the game. You have a lot to talk about the game. Let's start with the highs and lows. Lows going first with Nathan.
I thought the energy level that they had in the first half was surprising. You know, they got down 12 points, especially being at home against their rival, huge crowd. So that was, the biggest disappointment of the Long Beach game.
Yeah, it's a tough start. Ross?
I think the low was the turnovers. Fullerton had 16, and it just fed into Long Beach's hands with their quick guards, Evan Payne, Justin Bibbins. They're just two of the fastest in the Big West Conference.
Yeah, Jason?
I was going to say it's the defense for me. I mean, we're known as we give up a lot of points in the Big West here, and this game was no different. I mean, the defense came on later in the second half to provide us and give us a chance to get a lead, but the defense remains to be a problem with this team.
All right, so it was a tough start that we got out of the way. All right, so lows, out of the way, positive, starting with Jason.
It takes two to make a thing go right. That's why you got Khalil Ahmad and Trey Coggins combining for 55 points. These two guys, for me, didn't know if they were going to really come through this season, didn't know if they may be like some fool's gold. Proved me wrong for sure, and they played very, very well on Saturday night.
Good stuff. Ross?
I think it was points in the paint, 40-28 in favor of Fullerton. Lionheart Leslie had 8 points, 3 of 9 from the field, but he just attacks that basket, puts his head down. I think if you put a brick wall in front of him, he's going through it 100% of the time, just like he did to that Long Beach defense.
Perfect. Nathan?
I thought it was the hustle plays in the second half defensively, diving for loose balls, playing solid defense for the entire 30-second shot clock. I thought that's what keyed their rally in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, you talked about the energy level in the second half, which differed very much from their tough start in the first half. And then let's not forget about one of the biggest statistics from the game. Long Beach State having 2 bench points and Cal State Fullerton having 29 points off the bench. 23 of those were from Ahmad, who scored how many of them in the second half?
19.
19 of his 23 points in the second half, helping Fullerton come back from a tough start. And guys, let's stick with the bench and Ahmad specifically. How important is the bench and Ahmad to this team and winning?
If you're going to talk about the bench, I think, just looking at Long Beach, how they performed, the Long Beach relied too heavily on the starters, while Fullerton was able to create maybe a little bit of a rotation with Ahmad, Robertson, and Owisika, and that actually keyed their victory because Robertson, even though he fouled out, got 7 rebounds, which was important, and Owisika became a floor presence as soon as he stepped onto the court. So that was really important in the victory on Saturday.
Yeah, Robertson had a tough game. I believe he had 8 points and 4 assists, but those 7 rebounds do make up for a lot of that. Ross?
Yeah. I think their bench is huge for them, and what makes this team so special is anyone could step up on any given night. This game happened to be Khalil Ahmad. Next game, Arkeem Robertson, he got into foul trouble against Long Beach. But next game, it could be his turn, anyone. You never know.
Yeah, and for a team that doesn't necessarily have as big a star power as other teams do, you really do need everybody to step up. It's a big team effort. Nathan?
Yeah, I think it certainly helps when you have one of your best players be able to come off your bench. It helps the bench play, and then it also allows the starters to be able to rest more and be fresh for the last 5 minutes of the game, which are crucial.
Exactly. You mentioned it earlier, again, with the energy level, that bench coming in, scoring 29, helping Fullerton erase that 12-point deficit, and then ending up with the win. Guys, again, let's go back to Ahmad, Coggins, and Rowe. Your boy, this big 3 is really good, and they're going to continue to be good. If they keep this chemistry going forward. Now, guys, how good are Jackson Rowe, Coggins, and Ahmad?
I think Jackson Rowe is the best of the 3. He's only a freshman, averaging 10 points, has nice height and size, and I'm most surprised about the fact that he's not afraid to attempt the 3.
Jason?
these three guys are really good. They're really keying the way for Fullerton, and I think if they keep this core together for the rest of the season, they'll do well.
Perfect. Nathan?
Yeah, I think it's always key to have a post presence that you can rely on, for crucial moments of the game. Cal State Fullerton's always been known for having, really good guards, but so to add a post player to the team really strengthens it and balances the team.
All right, good stuff, guys. For more in-depth interviews and analysis on Titan basketball, catch our latest episode of Inside the Basket. I'm Miguel Moya. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Miguel. It's going to be a bit heavy in sports these next couple of weeks. Taylor Pascal has more on your Titan timeline. Taylor?
Thanks, guys. Heavy is an understatement. For your Titan timeline, I'm Taylor Pascal, highlighting the biggest games of the next couple of weeks. Titan baseball and softball are in full swing. Softball faces CSU Bakersfield on the 21st. After, Titan baseball plays San Diego State at home on the 22nd. The team will travel to none other than Sin City on the 24th for a 3-game series versus UNLV. And then they're off to Houston for a matchup on March 4th. Men's basketball faces off against UC Irvine on the 23rd, and the following day, the women's hoop teams plays Cal State Northridge. And that's it on the Titan timeline. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
And remember all of our social media outlets. You can catch our entire video highlight library on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Titan Sports Recap. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @CSUF Titan Sports. Be sure to check out our game highlights and our poll questions to give us your opinions. Find us on Facebook for updates on all Fullerton athletics. Check out our Instagram and our Snapchat for behind-the-scenes photos and videos. Follow us at CSUF Titan Sports.
Well, that's going to do it for the Season 13 premiere of Titan Sports. With Chelsea Carroll, I'm Christian Vigil. Keep those tusks up, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.